Why this idea? Because we end up many times in this situation. So a store, a long lines of wines, and we didn't know how to choose the right one for us. Or maybe also this kind of situation, so online, very long, it's even further, even longer than in the stores. So choosing the right one is very tough. There is a lot of choice to handle, and the vocabulary of wines are very difficult to understand. And also there is no leading brand on which we can leverage on. So it's very tough to choose the right wines. And the solution we found out is, okay, we put the client at the center. So we first understand what's our taste, your taste, and then we select the right wines for you. In this way, you can free you up to discover new types of wines. And of course, we also help you pairing with dinners and your recipe to have the right wines for what you want to eat. Of course, the idea and the basic is we have to save time and is hassle-free. Our algorithm, let's say, has two business models which are very different. Today we are going to focus on the online e-commerce one because we thought it was more interesting for all of us. Retail and B2B that we can share separately later on. So the market online of wine is very big, not very big at the moment actually, but it's growing very fast. And we see a lot of potential in particular compared to the other developed countries. Then we also have seen two competitors, and we discovered that there were huge gaps. In particular, there are very few players that offer you an experience, a different experience. So there are all big stores, and there are few that offers you innovation. So they are very basic. Only wines, you go and you buy wine. So that's why Vinoaporter want to fill those gaps, and how it works. There is a test. Actually, there are two tests at the moment. One which understands your taste, and the other one which understands the recipe. You do the test, it lasts only 30 seconds, and then there is a selection of the wines, so you are presented with a very select and short list of wines, which are tasted and approved every Monday in our tasting events by basically our clients. And then we deliver it. We deliver the same day in Milan, so you can order until 6 p.m. and we deliver by dinner, or in 48 hours in the rest of Italy. And also the box is it's very nicely elegant and contains two wines. Sorry. You can also go and see our website in www.vinoaporter.com/evento, where you can also have some discount just for this event. How we want to market this thing? First, we're seeing a lot of let's say, good things from word of mouth. So we start with friends, and then there are friends of friends, and then people that we don't know. So it's going very well, word of mouth. And also thanks to the tasting and pairing events. So I told you before, every Monday we do tasting events, but also we are participating in every, let's say, big dinner, being partner of the food and proposing the right wines for them. Then there is, of course, digital marketing that we just started, and we are seeing some of the first results. And of course, the first pillar is retail. So thanks to the other business, the B2B, we're going to expect some marketing also from there. This is our roadmap. So we start in August. We start selling in, let's say, September. We launched our first campaign of marketing 2 weeks ago, and let's say we plan to have our second release of the test shorter in mid-December, and then let's say going up a bit further, we will have artificial intelligence next year already in line, and plan to expand in Rome and UK later on. These are the team. I don't want to go into details of the team, but we are very balanced. We decided to split roles in a very clear way, also based on our past experience. And why we are here? So we are here, first of all, to receive your feedbacks and comments on the idea, because of course in this stage for us is the most valuable things we can have. Second things, we are looking for investors, so for sure we would like to start with talking with some investors and present our idea, also the retail side. And third, we are looking for a CTO, So if any of you is a CTO, it's welcome to talk with us. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome. Guys, now you have like 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe like 12, because yeah, lack of the time. So we'll be the first. Okay, yeah.
Have you got an idea about your cost structure?
Yes. What was my answer?
If you take the B2B, the B2C part on the online, the main cost is the product. So let's say that we expect an average cost of product for the actual wine that is on the 60–70% of the revenues. The other costs are related to the shipping, and we expect like the lower, like on the lower end, costs for personnel, because it's its main things are outsourced to third parties.
Well, I think it depends a lot on let's say on the timing. Let's say these are for sure the cost for starting up and for the first 6 months. Then of course taking a longer perspective is more. I think the team will have a lot of impact, in particular say IT side, since it's a digital business. So, but yes, I mean that's the cost structure more or less.
Maybe someone else. Okay, just yeah, go.
Hi, in order to deliver wine in 30 minutes, you deliver by your team yourself? Do you have a third party that you rely on? Are you planning to expand, maybe using other companies such as, I don't know, Deliveroo or Uber Eats, like to deliver wine around the city? How do you plan to expand? I mean, as soon as you grow, like how do you want to?
We started with a business model focusing on very quick delivery, but that after some months, we realized that was not the real value add. So currently we are switching to a business model where you can reserve your wine up until 6 p.m. and then you have the granted delivery in the let's say dinner time by between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. We're doing this with partners, logistic partners. So the good thing about Milan that there are a lot of third-party delivery services. You might know that Vinoaporter, they don't have own drivers; they hire different companies that have drivers. So we are using some of them depending on the time of the day, because some of them focus on during the day hours until 6 p.m. and some of them focus themselves on the evening times. So let's say from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Okay, yeah, go. Yeah, please.
Two questions. The first question is on the logistics side. Have you looked into long-term factors of these current third parties existing in the future? I mean, I know they're all startups currently. What's the long-term plans for them to exist? And then secondly is, have you guys looked into the subscription business with wine? And if you have, what are the factors there and why haven't you entered there as well?
Let's say that for the long terms, in terms of logistics, obviously the idea might be to internalize the service once we have built up some scale. This logistics service can be quite expensive to set up in such an early stage, but once you build up the volumes, internalizing it might be an option. But let's say that at least for the first 1 or 2 years, it will be all outsourced, and it's something that we don't want to build up our. Let's say there are other areas where you can create value for the client, whereas the logistics, I think it's something that only at a very later stage you can start adding value for the client.
Of course, this is running for Milan, so we don't want to internalize all the logistics for the whole Italy. And basically, our first option is to externalize, but we have a backup plan in case, let's say, the startup are following us in the logistic, not catching up with us, and they're not able to deliver the same level of service. We'll see, but it's true. It's not our core business, so we don't want it to internalize, but if needed, when we have more scale, it's something that's feasible.
In terms of your second question, the subscription model, this is actually something we started with at the beginning, with offering a subscription, offer you like new types of wine every month. But then we decided to switch model and offer a single product and create a user base with single products, and then only at the later stage offer them a subscription when they know us, know the service, know the product, and know the brand. Because selling a subscription model at an early stage, when you don't have a strong enough brand and you don't have that much credibility, it's kind of complicated.
We have seen that there are few customers that have used our service once and then they return. So it's a kind of test for us that maybe in the future we're gonna switch back to the subscription model because it could work, but we know it only now.
You wanted to ask?
No, I'm still not clear about the logistics part. Yeah? I'm not talking about the delivery side. I'm talking about, I mean, Vino, Milan, Charismatico, Ethico. So if you want to satisfy your customers' needs on time, in real time, or within 48 hours, you or somebody for you needs to build up quite an important warehouse in order to be able to do that. So you have the cost up front, and then you have the hope that you're going to sell it.
Yeah, that's actually true. We have a partnership with our suppliers, that we can order a little bit of bottles and then we store them. So we have actually a small warehouse, but it's like built in a smart way in order that we don't have a lot of stocks.
So what we are doing is basically leveraging. There is a lot of stocks of wines, in particular in Milan, to serve restaurants, to serve other big chains. So at the moment, what we've seen is that we're looking for the right wines. We see where there is a big stock of these things, and then we can, let's say, serve the real time with just a, say, running stock, but being sure that what we need is close by, and we can restock it very often.
And if I may add on top of this, our let's say main product line, the one that you see here in the wine boxes, are products where we have basically 12 SKUs with 2 bottles in each box. So let's say that the one that we offer, the products that we offer on a very short-term basis, so same-day delivery, it's only 12 type of boxes with 2 different bottles in each box. So there is limited amount of bottles that we need to store in our warehouse to offer the same-day delivery from Milan and very short-term delivery for the rest of Italy.
The last question, because we are lack of the time.
The packaging is personalized, so you have to. I mean, the bottle starts from your warehouse with the personalized packaging or something like that.
The packaging is the packaging that we designed, and we have here. You may take a look at it. And it's not it's a standard packaging for when we have same delivery, and if we have orders for the customers that maybe order for Christmas, then we can end up a personalized note inside with greeting message. But let's say the packaging remains the outside packaging, how the product inside remains the same.
So you have there is some of you that stays always there, like actually giving the packages to the shipping company, or it's like automatized situation.
No, that's that when we have
Someone there is always there.
during the day, let's say when we get orders during the day up until 6 p.m. we get orders, and then we organize the shipments for the evening. Or if we have deliveries for the rest of Italy, we offer normal courier services, so we get the courier coming the day after to pick the package in normal working days. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Guys, if you want to speak later with them, you can go to the website or just get them here. So thank you very much. It was Vinoaporter.